What is going on, guys? Welcome back or welcome to my channel. It has been a very long time. So today, with the NFL playoffs starting this weekend, I figured let's predict the playoffs, huh? I have done some predictions before, albeit not very good ones. But today we are going to predict every single game of the NFL playoffs, starting from Saturday in Wild Card Weekend all the way to Super Bowl Sunday. I will give you the rundown of what I think is going to happen, who's going to win every game, whatever. We are using the Pro Football Network website. Normally I use this for mock drafts and stuff, but apparently they have a playoff predictor. So let's get right into it with the wild card round in the AFC. We're gonna save this one for last, just because it's a little controversial. Number 6 seed Pittsburgh at the number 3 seed Baltimore Ravens. I mean, come on, it's the Ravens. Ravens swept Pittsburgh in the regular season. They're gonna win in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson's playing out of his mind. Derrick Henry's great. That defense is really good. They started out slow in the season, but I think they're gonna make a push in the playoffs. Then you have the Chargers as the 5th seed going to Houston to play the Texans, who are the number 4 seed, and I have the Chargers winning it. It's gonna be a pretty close game, I think, but Chargers gonna win it. Justin Herbert's playing really well. Harbaugh is a good coach. Who knows? The AFC Championship game. Who knows? Who knows? Might be a Harbaugh again. And now for the the game that is probably gonna ruffle a couple feathers. Uh, Number 2 Buffalo hosting the number 7 seeded Denver Broncos. A lot of people's MVP versus a lot of people's Rookie of the Year on the offensive side of the ball. Buffalo rested their starters in Week 18. And, that happened a lot with Peyton Manning whenever he was on the Colts in the early 2000s. They'd lock down the division, lock down that number 1 or number 2 seed early, and they'd rest their starters the last week of the season. And it never really worked out for them. They come in, they're well rested, yeah, but they're not in game shape. I think that is exactly what happens this weekend. Denver is going to beat Buffalo in Buffalo this weekend. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that, but I think that has a very good chance of happening. Now we're going to come over to the NFC side for the wild card. The Green Bay Packers, the 7th seed, playing in Philly, who's the number 2 seed. I think this game all comes down to the health of Jordan Love. Obviously, everybody saw he hurt himself. Was it his wrist or his hand, his elbow? Something on his arm. In the last game of the season, a game that they didn't need to play him in, but they did. They had their starters out there. Starting quarterback gets hurt for the 3rd time this season. So, it all comes down to the health of Jordan Love, really. If he's healthy, then the Packers have a shot. Especially with Josh Jacobs running like crazy, that offensive line, that defense. Xavier McKinney is 2nd in the league in interceptions. But I'm going to give it to Philly. Got to give it to Philly. They're a really good team this year. That loss to Tampa Bay early in the year woke them up. Same thing with the number 1 seeded team. So we will see. Moving on to Washington at Tampa. The aforementioned Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got the 3 seed, winning the South. However, my offensive rookie of the year, Jaden Daniels, goes in to Raymond James Stadium beats the Buccaneers in the wild card round. Washington wins it. It'll be a close game. I think it'll probably be a field goal that decides it, but it's going to be a close game. Minnesota at Los Angeles. Minnesota, what happened? The first ever 14 win team, 14 win team in a wild card spot. Yikes. That Sunday night game against Detroit did not look good for Sam Darnold. It was bad. Was it 3 for 13 on third downs? They went to the red zone 4 times, didn't score a single touchdown. Obviously you could see down here 31-9 Sunday Night Football. And the Rams, the Rams won a weak division, but they're a Super Bowl winning team. They have a Super Bowl winning quarterback, Super Bowl winning coach, Sean McVay. You never count out Wonder Boy Sean McVay. And I'm really wondering, is Minnesota going to be able to bounce back? Are they going to be able to bounce back? I don't think so. I think Los Angeles defends their home turf. I think they win. Look at that. In the wildcard round, AFC, we had two away teams winning. And the NFC, we had 2 home teams winning. So we'll kick it back over to the AFC for the divisional playoffs. The 7 seed Broncos against the 1 seed Chiefs. Do I use the same theory I used for Buffalo to Kansas City? Denver beat their backups. Denver beat Kansas City's backups real bad. Really, really bad. But that's the backups. It's not Patrick Mahomes. It's not that great offensive line, that great defense. But then you cast your mind back a number of weeks ago. Denver had Kansas City on the ropes. They line up for a field goal to win it. And it gets blocked. Lucky play. But I think... Man, this will make some people mad, huh? If I did that, if I did it, would it make people mad? And if I did make people mad, would I care? Listen, Bo Nix, great quarterback. He's gonna be a great quarterback for a while. Patrick Mahomes, phenomenal quarterback. Some say he's the best in the league right now. Some say he's already one of the best all time. But the Chiefs team I don't think they're built to win it all this year. They had a great year, but it ends in the divisional round at Arrowhead to the division rivals, the Denver Broncos. And I don't think it comes down to a field goal either. I think it's a touchdown at least. At least. And now we have the Chargers at the Ravens. The Horrible in the divisional round. Number 5 against number 3. The Chargers at the Ravens. It's really Justin Herbert versus Lamar Jackson. That would be what gets all the attention. That and John versus Jim. As much as I want the Chargers to win this matchup, just so we can have an all-underdog conference title game, I think the Ravens win it. It's at least a 2-score game. Baltimore's running offense is just so good with that 2-headed monster. Plus you have Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely. They can all catch passes deep down the field too. So Lamar Jackson's having the best season of his career too. Best season of his career. I think if it wasn't for voter bias, or recency bias, I should say. If it wasn't for recency bias, Lamar Jackson would be the front runner for the MVP right now. But, oh well. So that sets up our conference title game. We're going to head back over to the NFC for the divisional round. You got number 6 Washington at at number 1 Detroit. Whew, this will be a game. This will be a shootout. Obviously, Detroit's defense is still depleted, but that depleted defense held Minnesota to 9 points. So, they've been playing great ball all year. Offense is the best offense in the league. They're a historic offense. Was it fourth? Fourth all time in points scored? Yeah, behind 2013 Broncos, 2018 Chiefs, 2007 Patriots. The Lions are right there. And Jahmyr Gibbs got that since David Montgomery's been hurt. Jahmyr Gibbs has been getting the load. He had the 4-touchdown performance against Minnesota, but David Montgomery's coming back. That means they get their two-headed monster back. And whenever Jahmyr Gibbs needs a break, it's not just going to be Craig Reynolds or Jamar Jefferson in there. You're going to have David Montgomery. All they need is the defense to step up like they did against Minnesota. You need Amik Robertson to lock down Terry McLaurin like he did Justin Jefferson. And Detroit wins it. And now you have the Rams at the Eagles. Whew, man. Matthew Stafford in the Rams, Jalen Hurts in the Eagles. As much as I don't want to do it, because I'm not really a big Eagles fan, the Eagles win that game. The Eagles win it. We're going to come back over to the AFC for the conference title game. The Broncos and the Ravens. And the Broncos had this Cinderella story. They beat the 1 seed. They beat the 2 seed. Will they beat the 3 seed? Will they go to the Super Bowl? For the first time since 2015? This is the first time they've been in the playoffs since 2015. Whenever they won the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning's last ride. The sheriff rode out of town with his head held high and a Lombardi trophy. But it doesn't happen again. Baltimore wins it. They go to the Super Bowl. And then we come to the NFC. The 1 seed versus the 2 seed. The two best teams in the NFC all year, really. I know Minnesota was up there for a very good portion of the season, but no. It's Detroit and Philadelphia. Probably the two best teams in the league at this point. The NFL's rushing leader in Saquon Barkley. You got Jalen Hurts in there. The tush push is hard to defend. That defense is lights out. However, if there's one team that's been able to show that 4-letter word that they use, grit, to overcome adversity, beat the odds whenever their backs are against the wall, they're hurt, they're bruised, they're battered, but they're still swinging. Give me the Lions in the NFC Championship game. Ooh, we're doing it. The Lions versus the Ravens in the Super Bowl. This is going to be a matchup. Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson have been running rampant all year. They started out slow, like I said. But they came back. They scratched and clawed. Brought their way back. Because what did they start? 0-3? 0-2? I don't remember. It's been a long season. The defense is good. But the Lions. I mean, this is one of the most laughable franchises in NFL history. They're number 2 in all-time losses, behind only the Raiders. And they're only like what? I think they have 5 or 6 more losses than the Cardinals. I'm going to say the Lions are winning the Super Bowl. They're winning it all. They're doing it. They are doing it. The Lions have won the Super Bowl. Jared Goff gets his ring. Dan Campbell bites off some kneecaps. Bites off them kneecaps. Oh, the whole team. Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator for Detroit, he goes off somewhere. He's a head coach somewhere. Ben Johnson, he goes off somewhere. He's a head coach somewhere. Aaron Glenn, he might go to the Jets. Or if Rex Ryan is so confident in him getting that job, then Aaron Glenn can go to New Orleans. He played there too. Ben Johnson, who knows, he might go to the Raiders, the Bears. Who knows? I don't know. Jacksonville, maybe? They need a coach. They need a coach. But yeah, the Lions, before their coordinators all leave, they get their Super Bowl. They win it all. This was fun. Lions win it, guys. This was fun. I'm gonna try and get some more videos out for y'all. I have been slacking. It's been a long time. I think 2022 was the last time I uploaded. Maybe 21. I think it was 2021. Last time I recorded a video. So, with that being said, like, subscribe. If you're new, hi, I'm Matt. I make stupid stuff. Not as often as I would like to, but I do. uh yeah, and let me know if you guys want me to react to this after the Super Bowl so that we can see exactly how I did. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.